Greetings, welcome, and thank you for joining me for the July Choose One of Three card reading. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company, encouraging your journey with Reiki, card reading, and coaching for life's changes, challenges, and transitions. And I am so excited to have you join me for this July Choose One of Three card reading. Now, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. Please hit the subscribe button so that you get next month's August Choose One of Three card reading. I encourage you to check back again at the end of July to watch this video again. I have personally found that when I conduct the reading and then watch the video again at the end of the month, it's a great way to check to see how those messages played out in my life during the month. And sometimes the reading actually makes a lot of times the reading makes a lot more sense at the end of the month. So I encourage you to check back at the end of the month and re-watch whether you choose 1, 2, or 3 for your month's card reading. So the way that this works is that we are going to set some sacred space, and I'm going to do some drumming and encourage you to clear your mind and choose whatever number comes up for you, whether 1, 2, or 3. There is no wrong answer, no wrong number. And then there is a corresponding reading for you based upon the number that you chose. So, welcome. I encourage you to join me in taking 3 deep cleansing breaths to set sacred space and to set an intention for this month's Choose One of Three card reading. What is your number? 1, 2, or 3? Welcome, number 1. Number 1, for your July Choose One of Three reading, your Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the 6 of Wands. So, the 6 of Wands. This card to me is all about learning, and actually all about a learning and an applying of that learning. So let's see what the other cards are and what else might come up with this card. Your angel card for the month of July is Desiree, who says, "No, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait, or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide, and comfort you." So, number 1, Desiree is saying, no, not at this time. Thank you. We'll say more about that. Your Archangel card for July is Chakra Clearing. Archangel Metatron says, "Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes." So some chakra clearing is in order for you during this month, number one? Number one, your rune for the month of July is possessions. Now, I will say this is a little hard to see. Actually, it's very hard to see. It is the rune of possessions. I am in dire need of paying attention to my runes. All of the runes are written on stones that I collected with Sharpie. And after many years of shuffling and handling the runes, the Sharpie is wearing off. So this has been on my to-do list for some time. Thank you, runes, for the reminder. But yes, this is the rune of possessions for July. And your Breathe Easy card for the month of July is breathing. I am breathing. Our breath brings us into the present moment, uniting our body, which is the sum of our past, with our mind, where we create our future. I breathe in the lightness of the clouds. I am filled with the winds they ride. I breathe out stale air and negative energy. Wonderful. So, number one, breathing. I am breathing is your mantra for the month of July. Now, number one, what I'm getting from these cards, you have an indication from the angels that no, you're thinking of something right now, and this is not the right time for it. Now, the emphasis here is on the right time. So this is not a no. This is not a no. Whatever you're thinking of, don't do it. Bad idea. This is a reminder that number one, all things happen at the right time. All things happen in divine time. And right now, just step back for a moment. Just hold off for a moment. We're not saying, no, don't do this, is what the angels are saying. The angels are saying, just step back for a moment and take a breath. And with that, the encouragement to clear your chakras. Now, what I'm getting, number one, with this Six of Wands is, yes, this idea of learning, this idea of studying. What I'm getting is this idea that you have, this desire that you have to move forward. The angels are saying, study up a little bit here first. Hold on, do some research, educate yourself, do some studying first before moving in and charging through full steam ahead. So what I'm picking up is that I'm actually getting the image of a horse and a charging horse. And what I'm getting is that the angels are saying, pull back on those reins. Hold on just a second. Yes, move forward, but slow down just a little bit. I think a lot of times when we have an idea, and when we want to move forward with something, we may think, I've got to do it full steam ahead, charge right at it. And what I'm picking up is the encouragement to slow down just a bit, to step back and to take some breaths before moving forward. And most importantly, moving forward with intention. So, your idea, the thing that you want to move forward with, whatever this might be. This could be a creative endeavor. This could be something in your work. This could be something in your love life. This could be a way that you want to proceed, a decision that you are on the verge of making. And what I'm getting is this idea that we often feel that when we have an idea, we need to move on it right away. Even oftentimes we'll have the idea of, if I don't do this right now, I'm not going to do it. In those moments, it can be very beneficial for us to pause, to take a breath, and to assess. Now, what I'm getting is this idea that there is some further research that needs to be done, some additional studying that you need, some more information that you need to acquire. I'm also getting the idea that clearing your chakras, rebalancing, clearing and cleansing is going to help you with that knowledge, acquiring that knowledge, and that the chakra clearing and cleansing, taking a step back, is actually even part of that studying and learning process. So, number one, the timing is not exactly right, but it doesn't mean that it's wrong. So, when we are charging full steam ahead on a horse, pulling back on the reins may only delay us for a few steps. You know, it's just like this. When you are driving in your car and you run a red light, or more often you run a yellow light. We all run yellow lights in our lives, metaphorically, figuratively, and literally. And the truth is that when we run that yellow light, it's actually really not going to get us as far ahead as we think it is. Or speeding, for instance, we think that, oh, I'm going to get there faster if I speed. And then how many times have you sped past someone, sped up, stopped at the next stoplight, and then that person that you just passed is sitting right behind you at the stoplight? Don't you feel a little chagrined that you thought you were getting way far ahead, but oops, actually, you're only one car length ahead, or not even? You're just exactly where you would have been anyway. This is exactly what I'm picking up with this reading, number one, that pulling back just a little bit is actually not going to set you so far back as you think it is. You're charging, you're ready to charge in with your horse, but pulling back on the reins just a little bit to breathe, to assess, to do some clearing, set some intention, and go in with the right intention is not going to set you back, number one. As a matter of fact, it's going to put you in a better place to proceed. So number one, whatever it is you are thinking of, whatever it is you are looking to proceed with, the angels are not saying no. You know, a hold on, a pull back a little bit is not a no. It's a chance for us to recalibrate. It's a chance for us to clear and cleanse. It's a chance for us to set intention and then proceed with that intention, number one. So, you are being encouraged here to move forward, but to move forward with intention, to slow a bit and move forward. Just like when you are driving and you run that yellow light or red light, or you pass someone and that person is sitting right behind you in the car at the next red light, the next stop sign. Same exact thing right now for your July, number one. Now, what else am I getting from these cards? One thing that I'm picking up that is rather important to mention to you is this card, this angel card that says, no, the conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options. It's this ending. Ask the angels to help, guide, and comfort you. You have support all around you. As a matter of fact, while you are taking your pause, doing some studying, some research, and some thinking, ask the angels for support. Ask your spirit guides for guidance. Ask for help. So pull back and pause in order to ask for assistance with the best ways to proceed and to ask for assistance with intention for proceeding into your July. Yes, number one, these are the messages that I'm getting for you for your July. Proceed forward with intention, proceed forward with a slowing rather than a charging full steam ahead. You know, number one, what I'm also picking up for you at this time is the idea of with that chakra clearing to allow that to assist with where you are emotionally. You know, a lot of times when we have this feeling of charging full steam ahead, we have a lot of emotion wrapped up in that. And what I'm getting, excuse me, number one, what I'm getting is an actual clearing of your throat chakra to help you with your intention and to help you with proceeding forward and proceeding forward in a way of intention. A lot of times the throat chakra can help us with setting intention. And so maybe putting some focus on the throat as you are doing your chakra clearing that you are being called to do for July number 1. Well, number 1, wonderful. Final thing I want to say for you is that the breath is so very important. And it is so very important for helping us to pause. And so when you feel yourself during this month wanting to charge full steam ahead, I encourage you to bring yourself back to the breath, to bring yourself back to pausing with the breath. The breath is always there to help us clear, to help us set intention, to help us clear energy, and to help us move forward with a new mindset. And so, number 1, I'm going to encourage you that when you feel those feelings of full steam ahead, damn the torpedoes, pull back for a second and take a few deep cleansing breaths to help you clear and set intention for moving onward. Clearing that throat chakra is going to help you, so setting specific intention with your clearing for that throat chakra to help you proceed with intention and to proceed with clarity. That's exactly what I'm getting here. Number 1, proceeding into your July with intention, with clarity, making decisions from a place of intention and clarity, and then proceeding. So, yes, number 1, this is what I am getting. Breathe out that stale air, breathe out negativity, bring in new breath, literally bring in new breath, number 1, so that you can figuratively bring in new breath and proceed with that new air. Number 1, wonderful. This is exciting for you for your July. I send you blessings and best wishes for your July. And number 1, I also want to encourage you. I have just started a new Facebook group called Encouraging Your Journey. In that group is the opportunity to get encouragement for your journey, to give encouragement to others' journeys for the life changes, challenges, and transitions that we all face. As a matter of fact, number 1, I, in my journey right now, am facing a life change, a transition, and I'm welcoming everyone to my Encouraging Your Journey group to offer me encouragement and provide me with some well wishes for my transition, my life change. You know, even experts in life changes need encouragement for their life changes too. So I welcome and invite you to join me in the Encouraging Your Journey group. And of course, as always, I send you blessings and best wishes for your journey. I am Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company, encouraging your journey with Reiki, card reading, and coaching for life's changes, challenges, and transitions. Please join me in August for August's Choose One of 3 card reading. And don't forget, stop back at the end of July, number 1, and see perhaps this reading might have a different meaning for you at that time. So blessings and best wishes to you, number 1, for your July 2021. Welcome, number 2, to your Choose One of 3 card reading for July 2021. Your Celtic Dragon Tarot card for July is the 5 of Wands. We've got some struggle here going on for July number 2. We will talk more about that for sure. Your angel card for July is Bridget, caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. Yep. Got some things coming out with that, number 2. Now, number 2, you had 2 Archangel cards pop out for you. Well, this is really interesting as to how this worked, number 2. As I shuffled the deck, there were 2 Archangel cards that popped out. I picked them up and I shuffled them right back in. But as I shuffled them back in, I took a glance at one of the cards because I was like, nah, this isn't it. Shuffle back in. And I took a glance at one of the cards. It was this one. I shuffled them back in, shuffled. Out popped a card, pulled it out, turned the deck as it parted just to take a glance at it. Here was this card. And so it called to me. It said, listen, you pulled me out before. I wanted to be read. You put me back in. Here I am again, Christian. I need to be read for number 2 for July. So here it is, number 2. I also have a sneaking suspicion, I do not know this for a fact, but I suspect that this was the other card that had popped out initially along with this one. So what are these cards? Well, first of all, spiritual understanding. Archangel Raziel says, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Your second Archangel card is clairaudience. Zadkiel says, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Yes, definitely. These cards certainly go together for you for this month, number 2. Thank you, angels. I have plenty to say about these cards. And wouldn't you know, so number 2, I learned my lesson. As I shuffled the Breathe Easy deck, 2 of them popped out. And I said, okay, I get it this time. There are 2 cards for your Breathe Easy deck for July, number 2. They are compassion and love. And wow, don't these 2 cards go together for sure. I have a lot coming up for all of these cards. But I am compassion. Compassion is the life breath of peace, love, and healing. I breathe in compassion for all beings who have also breathed within the cycle of birth, living, and death. I am filled with forgiveness for my own mistakes. I breathe out fear, anger, and envy. And love. I am loved. When we embrace love, it embraces us back in miraculous forms, both seen and unseen. I breathe in the pure love that fills my heart as I think spiritual thoughts. I am filled with the joy that love brings to my life. I breathe out the fear that true love is a myth. Wow, powerful indeed. Okay, number 2, here's what I'm getting for you. Oh, finally, how could I forget your rune? This is so appropriate. Number 2 is the rune of defense. Wow. Okay, number 2, here's what I'm picking up. I'm picking up that right now, or maybe in the recent past, or for the month of July, you've got a struggle going on. Now, this could be an internal struggle. What I'm really picking up from this reading, though, is an actual struggle in a relationship. So I'm picking up that you've got a conflict going on with someone you know. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a coworker, maybe a lover, maybe a parent, a sibling, whatever the case might be, a child even, I'm picking up a struggle. So you have a relationship struggle going on right now in your life, number 2. And what I'm getting is that you This is a phrase that just came to my mind. You've got your dander up. Have you heard that before? It just means that you are feeling a little prickly, feeling a little defensive, feeling a little irked and ired, and just kind of feeling a little unsettled by this experience, this conflict that you're having, and even feeling defensive. Getting your dander up is about feeling, in part, defensive. So here's what I'm getting for you, number 2. You've got this struggle going on. You are ready to whip out the swords. You are ready to go to battle. I don't know that that's literal. I'm thinking metaphorically. I want to encourage you not to harm someone, please. But so I'm getting that this is something metaphorical. You are ready to go to battle. And what I'm getting for you, number 2, is Bridget is saying, hold up. We need you to take a step back here. We need you to have some caution. We need you to look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. So here's what I'm getting, number 2. You are feeling a conflict. You are feeling angry, aggravated, irked, and you are ready to go do battle with this person. Now, again, this can be internal, but I'm really picking up this is something external in a relationship with another human being. Now, number 2, what I'm getting for you is, wait a minute, look into this a little bit further. So what I'm getting is, wait, before you really get your dander up, before you go saying things that you're going to maybe regret, before you go doing things that maybe you don't want to do, you are being encouraged to look at this situation from the other person's point of view. You are being encouraged to center yourself, calm yourself a bit, put down this sword, listen to the messages that you are receiving, strive for some spiritual understanding during this circumstance. Ask the angels for guidance and support. Hear the loving guidance inside your mind or from other people. So, listen to the loving guidance that you are receiving about this situation. Strive for some spiritual understanding of this relationship challenge. You are being encouraged, number 2, to approach this experience with love and compassion. You know, the truth is that we all have relationship challenges. Now, what I'm getting from this card, this one, yes, as I was reading it, whatever. What I'm getting, number 2, is this idea of relationship challenges are as old as human beings. We, as humans, have always had relationship challenges. And so what I'm getting for you, number 2, is that your challenge is not a new one. And I don't mean this just in a sense for you individually, that this is not a new challenge, but also just not a new challenge in the course of human beings. So this is a challenge that has been had before. And relationship challenges are perennial challenges. Like weeds, perennial weeds, they just keep growing. In my garden, I just took out some massive pokeweed, which, by the way, is poisonous. And it's just like that. Relationship challenges can be poisonous if we aren't careful and if we don't eradicate them early. These can grow to be 10 feet tall and very poisonous. So number 2, I want to encourage you to rip out that weed now, but Don't rip it out with the sword. Rip it out with love, compassion, and understanding. So number 2, you are being encouraged at this time for your relationship challenge to look deeper into it before proceeding further. So before saying things that might be hurtful, that you might regret, look at this experience from the other person's point of view. Look at this experience with love and compassion. Look at this from multiple angles. Yeah, like wrap your arms around this situation and give it a hug. And look at the other person in this situation with loving compassion. Now, that's not always easy to do. I'm not going to lie. That is a challenge. And I do believe that it is what you are being called to do at this time through guidance. Bring love, bring compassion, bring spiritual understanding. That also is as old as human beings. Love, compassion, a spiritual awareness and understanding of an approach to this relationship challenge. You know, number 2, what I'm getting is that this situation may look very different for you at the end of the month. And so I encourage you to step back a moment, maybe drop your defenses a little bit, drop those swords, work on those feelings of defensiveness and being defensive, like a rock. Soften a little bit and maybe approach this not so much like a rock, but rather with love, compassion, softness, and gentleness. And I'm thinking, I'm feeling that this situation is going to look different at the end of July from what it does at the beginning of July. And so I encourage you to just hold off a minute and proceed before you get your dander up and go in with swords blazing. So, number 2, blessings for you for your July. You know, this is something that we all experience, and we all have relationship challenges that get us really going from time to time. So this experience that you are having right now with relationship challenges is no different from an experience that you may have had in the past, or I guarantee you will have in the future. Just like weeds, they come back every year, but we can pull them with love, compassion, and even number 2, gratitude. I encourage you, as challenging as it may be, to find reasons to be thankful for this challenging relationship experience at this time. There are reasons to be thankful. You know, if for nothing else, weeds help us to appreciate the flowers. By the way, some weeds do grow into beautiful flowers, but anyway, having an appreciation for the flowers is something I think that weeds do grant us. So, number 2, I want to encourage you. I have a brand new Facebook group called Encouraging Your Journey. I want to encourage you to stop by that group for encouragement for your life changes, challenges like this one, and transitions. And I actually am at the point in my life where I am going through a life change. And so I'm encouraging everyone to stop by the Encouraging Your Journey group to offer encouragement for me during my life change. You know, even life change experts, of course, are not immune to life change and need encouragement during life changes. So please, I encourage you to join the Encouraging Your Journey group on Facebook, where we can all encourage one another through our life changes, challenges, and transitions. So, number 2, I send you blessings and best wishes for your July 2021. And I encourage you, you may want to stop by and watch this reading again at the end of the month, where it may offer some additional insights for you. So thank you. Blessings and best wishes for your journey. Again, I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company, encouraging your journey with Reiki, card reading, and coaching for life's changes, challenges, and transitions. Blessings to you. Welcome, number 3, to your July Choose One of 3 card reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for your July. Your Celtic Dragon Tarot card for July is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Wonderful, Your Highness. Let's see what other cards we might have. I'm getting some things from the Queen of Cups. We have Bethany. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Bethany. Taking good care of ourselves is important right now, number 3. Your Archangel card for July 2021 is Breathe. Archangel Raphael says, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. So we are being encouraged to breathe, number 3. Your Breathe Easy card for this month is Journey. I am on a journey. Every step of life's journey is an important adventure. I breathe in the pleasure and increased awareness that accompanies my travels. I am filled with infinite energy that animates my life and everything around me. I breathe out fear of newness. And your rune for this month, number 3, is Flow. The rune of flow. So, wow, number 3, what I'm getting for you for your July 2021 is a real focus on taking care of yourself at this time. What I'm getting is that it is time for you to sit on your throne. You know, what I'm getting is this impression that recently it's been a little crazy for you. Recently, life has felt a little frantic. I don't know that frantic is the exact word I want. That may be the word that you are feeling. Hectic. I'm getting this kind of unsettled, discombobulated kind of feeling in terms of the pace of your life. So maybe some ups and downs, some starts, some stops, maybe feeling like you're going very fast, and just a need to slow down and take a pause. It is time for you, number 3, to sit on your throne, to take a pause, to take a break, to be the queen, and to relax. So what I'm getting from the Queen of Cups is this idea of just repose, of sitting on your throne and sitting in your power. I'm also getting the sense of water. So I'm getting an impression of water. Now, number 3, you may be thinking, yes, I need to get myself to the beach. The Queen is right. Or you like water, you want water, you are thinking of swimming. I don't know. For whatever reason, I'm getting the idea of water here with the Queen of Cups. That may even be something like drinking more water, number 3. So that is something I think for you to consider for your July. But it's definitely one of rest, one of repose, and water as a piece of that. Whether swimming, whether the beach, whether drinking more water, whatever it might be, I'm getting the idea of water. This also absolutely aligns with this idea of flow. So flow for you, going with the flow, allowing the flow of life to flow through you and allowing yourself to flow in that river of life, that journey that life is. And acknowledging that in that flow, it has felt kind of busy for you as of late, number 3. And it has felt like that river whoosh, is just washing you aside. It is time, number 3, to take a few deep breaths. Actually, yes, we are being called. Breathe, please, number 3. Take a few deep breaths. Rest right now. Take a break from that busyness. Whether that is through a vacation. I mean, incidentally, July is a big time when a lot of people take vacations. It may or may not be a vacation. It may be something as simple, number 3, as a pause. You know, Bethany says, hey, get yourself a manicure, a pedicure, go to the spa, whatever it might be, a massage, Reiki, I don't know. But you are being encouraged right now to do some self-care, to take care of yourself, to pay attention to yourself and the things that you need. What I'm getting right now is that your life recently has felt whoosh, like a rushing river, to the point where maybe you haven't been paying as much attention to your own needs, and maybe haven't been taking care of yourself as well as you might like or could. I don't want to use the word should. Should is kind of a bad word, I think, but just that you are being encouraged to think about yourself right now and to take care of yourself and to treat yourself right now. So, number 3, please take good care of yourself. Now, along with that, number 3 is the recognition that during life's journey, during this journey, you are going to feel sometimes like life is a rushing river. We are being encouraged not to allow that rushing river to carry us away. So number 3, you are being encouraged. Don't allow the rushing river. Yes, sometimes we can be swept away by the river, but going with the flow does not mean drowning in the river. Going with the flow means recognizing that sometimes the river rushes a little bit more rapidly in some places. So the journey of life sometimes has a little bit more flow rush to it, and sometimes that flow is a little bit of a slower pace. You are being called right now to jump into that slower pace, to embrace that slower pace, to slow down, to pause, to breathe, to take care of yourself at this time. You know, going with the flow does not mean being subsumed by the flow. Going with the flow, like I said, does not mean being drowned by the flow. Going with the flow means acknowledging and embracing that life on its journey has different paces at different times. And that when we feel that life is whoosh, that flowing river, that even that wave that is crashing down on us, we have the power to slow it down. We have the power to take a step back, to take some breaths, and to take good self-care of ourselves. You know, the truth is, and don't we hear it so often, that when we take care of ourselves, we are better able to take care of others. But this is true. You know, we hear this so frequently with this idea of self-care. Put your own oxygen mask on first. Yes, it's so true. But how often do we forget that? How often in the flow of life when the waves are crashing down upon us, do we forget to put on our own oxygen mask? Do we forget to take deep breaths for ourselves? Oftentimes we are so focused on other people's needs and how we can help others that we forget to breathe for ourselves, to put our own oxygen mask on first, to help ourselves first. This is not a selfish thing at all. It is from a place of rest and restorative power that we can go forth and assist others. We are best able to serve others when we are in a state of powerful repose. And so I want to encourage you to sit on that throne, to come from a place of restful power, to be able to move forward in assisting others. Whether you are interested in assisting others or not, that's okay too. But the idea here is that if you are in a state of taking care of everyone else's needs, number 3, what I'm getting is that that's part of the river that's crashing down on you. That's part of the wave. Part of that strong flow that you're experiencing and have been experiencing is that you are taking care of others' needs before your own. And so number 3, you're being encouraged right now to take a step back and focus on yourself. That is actually going to help slow this raging river that is maybe feeling like it is sweeping you away. You have the power to step out and to sit on your throne. Now, number 3, I'm also picking this up too. I'm getting the impression of an altar. Whether you have an altar or not, I am getting the impression that there is a call to either go to your altar, clear your altar, spend time at your altar, create an altar, or even just create a sacred space for yourself where you can take some time to be alone, to breathe, to sit on your throne, metaphorically, and maybe even literally. Maybe you have a throne, and gain some restorative, restful power from that space. So whether you have an altar or not, the idea here is one of sacred space, of sitting in our power and restoring our power. Yep, number 3, that's what I'm getting. This is a time for you in July to restore your power, whether through a vacation, whether through a massage, Reiki, whatever it might be, going on vacation, going to the beach. I don't know, number 3, that's all up to you. But the call here is clear. It's time for a pause. It's time for some rest. It's time for some relaxation. It's time for some self-restoration, for taking care of and treating yourself. And number 3, no feeling guilty about that, okay? I know oftentimes when we take care of ourselves first, we can have some feelings of guilt. When we put our own oxygen mask on first, we can feel guilty that we're not putting it on someone else's face first. But number 3, I want to encourage you to release any feelings of guilt that you might have. As a matter of fact, number 3, I want to pass along to you guilt. I have received as a message many years ago, does not exist in the spiritual realm. So with angels, with spirits, with other worlds, guilt is not a thing. Guilt is a purely human emotion that we impose upon ourselves. And so I want to encourage you to release guilt of taking care of yourself first in July. It is a divine thing to do Not just for you, number 3, but for everyone. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. So it is not just for you, it is for everyone. Thank you, number 3. Number 3, I send you blessings and best wishes for your July 2021. And number 3, I want to encourage you to stop by at the end of the month and check out your July reading. Oftentimes, I choose a number as well for the month, and as I'm doing the reading, of course, I have messages for myself, but then I check back and I watch the reading for myself later in the month because the meanings resonate differently. I will oftentimes gather more meaning from the reading at a later time after the month has had an opportunity to transpire and things have had an opportunity to sink in. So number 3, I encourage you to come back and re-watch this video to see your messages again and see how they might resonate with you differently. I also, number 3, want to encourage you to join me in my new Facebook group, Encouraging Your Journey. This group is a new group I have started for all of us to encourage one another for our own life changes, challenges, and transitions. And I'm going to disclose to you, number 3, I actually am currently going through my own life change. Yes, experts in life change have life changes too. And we also need encouragement through our life changes. We all do. And so I want to encourage you, number 3, to stop by the Encouraging Your Journey group on Facebook to send me some well wishes and encouragement for my life change. I also want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel so that you get right away the August Choose One of 3 reading when it is available in August. So, number 3, I thank you. I send you blessings and best wishes for your July 2021. Again, I am Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company, encouraging your journey with Reiki, card reading, and coaching for life's changes, challenges, and transitions. Thank you, and blessings for your journey. Thank you for joining me for July 2021's Choose One of 3 card reading. I hope the reading resonated with you, and I do want to encourage you again to stop back at the end of the month when sometimes the reading takes on greater meaning and we derive different things from it. So thank you so much. I also again want to encourage you, please subscribe to this channel so that you receive updates on my new videos so that you know when they are out. Things like my Ask the Stones weekly series of answering challenging questions, offering spiritual guidance and encouragement, other videos that I may post, and certainly the Choose One of 3 card readings that I do every single month for anyone and everyone, and invite you all to check back every month for those. Please also friend me on Facebook. I'm at Standing Stones Healing. Like my page at Standing Stones Healing Company. And please join the Facebook group Encouraging Your Journey. All of those links are below. I am still also, believe it or not, running my Cosmic Revelation card reading special. I've decided to continue to offer that because why not? So please check out my Cosmic Revelation reading. It is a 7-card reading comprised of these 5 decks, these cards that you have just seen, that will offer insight for your own individual situation. So thank you all. I appreciate and am honored by your views and am appreciated and I appreciate and am honored by your presence. Thank you all so much. I send you blessings and best wishes for your journey. Again, I am Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company, encouraging your journey with Reiki, card reading, and coaching for life's changes, challenges, and transitions. Thank you, and best wishes for your journey.